People who pass data engineering interviews know exactly which data engineering role type to focus on. This video will help you to narrow down your focus to one and will help landing a DE job in 2025. Let's dive in. I have spent last 10 years working in different type of DE roles, and I can comfortably say that in order to land a data engineering job, you need to understand and focus on one type. Today in this video, we will break down each data engineering role types into different requirements like skills or tools, nature of day-to-day operations, learning curve, how they interact with other teams, and finally why should you choose this type of DE role instead of others. If you have any questions about the roles that I will be mentioning ahead, feel free to drop a comment. I will be making more tutorials and videos on specific roles, so let me know if you want me to prioritize any specific one. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get rolling. First up, let's talk about the analytics focused data engineer. This role lies between business and data spectrum. Let's understand this. If someone is mainly focused on business, they will have a role like product owner or product manager. But if they are taking product decisions with little help of data, you will mostly find them in the analyst role. Analytics engineers, not to be confused between analytics focused data engineers, live in between business and data. They deal with data and do data modeling. While the pure Ds are one building data pipelines and often not very aware of business requirement or decisions and who the data will be used by that they are producing, the analytics focused data engineer lie in between Ds and analytics engineers. They help analytics teams in their day-to-day pipelines like unloading data, ingesting and exposing data to the landing zones of tools like DBT. They are someone involved hands-on on building models using these data build tools. So the knowledge about the data build tool is required in this role. This role is sometimes purely taken by analytic engineers, but often is a combination of both. This role works closely with product owners, business stakeholders, and analysts. Their primary job is to ensure data is ready and organized for decision making. They often maintain and set up data warehouse clusters like on Redshift, BigQuery, or Databricks SQL Warehouse, and use SQL based queries to model data with the help of reusable SQL script facilitated by tools like dbt or SQL Mesh to create reusable data transformations. Think of them as a bridge between raw data and business insights. They focus on data quality and reporting. I would say if you are more interested in number crunching and domain knowledge itself than the tooling, this role is for you and has a less learning curve than others in respect to the tooling and the skills. Now coming to standard or pure data engineering roles, who are sometimes referred to as the data and pipeline engineers as well. In my experience, they lie between the spectrum of infra or DevOps and the data team. And although they are knowledgeable in handling data pipelines related infrastructure, they are more closer to the data part, deciding how the data problem will be framed, including orchestration to the modeling. Their job is all about moving data from point A to point B reliably and efficiently. Depending on the data's velocity, they might work with the streaming tools like Kafka, Flink, or AWS based like Kinesis for real time data, or batch tools like PySpark on different Spark engines like Databricks, AWS Glue, EMR, and other MPP tools like Athena and BigQuery. They also use orchestration tools like Airflow, Prefect, AWS Step Functions, or Databricks Workflow. They are the ones ensuring data gets where it needs to go, whether it's streaming stock prices or processing logs overnight. Now, if we look at the other side of data and infra spectrum, we will see the DevOps focused data engineer role. This role operates at the intersection of data engineering and infrastructure, but it leans more towards building the infrastructure rather than modeling data. These engineers focus on setting up databases, compute resources, CI/CD pipelines to support the data workflows. They frequently use tools like Kubernetes, Docker, and Terraform, as well as cloud specific tools like AWS EKS, GCP GKE, or Azure AKS. This role is perfect fit for someone who enjoys optimizing foundational systems that power scalable data solutions. Let's talk about Customer Data Platform or CDP Platform Engineer. They are often called Data Implementation Engineers as well. This role sits at the crossroads between marketing plus customer and data teams, playing a key role in understanding and optimizing the customer journey and funnel. Their primary focus is ingesting customers' interaction data, like event tracking, from different sources into one platform. They help customer and marketing team to take right decision by enabling them to perform customer segmentation with their developed platform. By working with tools like Segment, Redistack, and Optimizely, they help map user behavior across touchpoints and analyze drop-off points in the funnel. Tools like Google Analytics and Mixpanel are some requirements for these job roles. They are engaged with front-end development teams as well to track events and use tools like Omnibug to debug outgoing digital marketing tool requests. This type of data engineering role is suited for someone interested in understanding the customer of the business. In the last 12 months, I have been seeing a lot of job on an emerging role called data platform engineer. So what is this role and how it differs from the others? Unlike other types, these data engineers don't focus on individual pipelines or queries. They build platforms that enable other teams to work efficiently. They standardize the way data is ingested, processed, and stored across the company. They build the patterns, tools, and pipelines which are reusable for different use cases. In terms of tool, this role is not mature enough to pinpoint a specific tool, but the common data engineering tools for data processing like Spark, orchestration like Airflow, and computing platform like EMR, Dataproc, or Databricks are required. Finally, let's talk about data engineers in ML teams, a role that's closely aligned with MLops, but unlike MLops engineer who specializes in deployment of ML models and ML operations only, ML data engineer is engaged in building underlying scalable data systems for ML use cases, which require low latency or high throughput. For instance, live inference of a model at scale. These engineers are expected to have understanding of data engineering tools like Airflow, Spark, data warehouses, streaming engines like Kafka, and Flink sometimes. Besides, they are also required to have familiarity about ML tools like feature stores and experiment tracking, plus ML workflow tools like MLflow and Kubeflow. Thank you for listening to me today. Stay tuned for videos on each of these roles, where we will learn role specific tools which will help you to land the data engineering roles more easily. Subscribe, press bell icon, and leave comments if you have any questions or doubts. Bye bye.